and meet the letter people. Come and visit the family. Words are made of letter people. A, B, C, D, follow me.
The letter people. Today, meet Mr. K.
Kicking, I'm kicking, for Mr. K's my name. Come on and kick with Mr. K. Come on and kick your cares away. Come on and kick the ball, come on and kick the can, but never ever kick a man. Kicking gives me such a kick. This kind of kicking makes me tick. Kick up a fuss, kick up the dust with Mr. K, the kicking king, but never kick a living thing.
That's some pretty powerful singing, Mr. K, and some powerful kicking, too. I guess you like to kick a lot of things, huh?
You bet, Mr. P. Footballs, soccer balls, tin cans. But, you know, I never kick another person.
Glad to hear you say that, Mr. K. The way you're kicking around there, I didn't want to get too close.
Don't worry, Mr. P. I'd never kick you. Now, what can I do for you?
Brought you a telegram. Looks important.
Thanks. Say, who's that back there? Oh, it's Mr. C. Hi, Mr. C.
Hurry up, Mr. P.
Well, what's wrong with him?
He's upset about something, that's for sure.
You ought to know, Mr. K. The way you go around saying your sound, you'd think it was the only one like it in letter people land.
My sound? My sound is the same sound that starts kicking.
And my sound is the same sound that starts cotton candy.
That's right. Each letter person has his or her own special sound.
It would seem that isn't quite true, Mr. K. I'll be at Miss I's place, Mr. P.
Boy, he's really angry about something. I sure wish I knew what.
I'll try and find out for you.
Kingly kaleidoscopes. It'll have to wait. The Grand Shish of Kebab is asking for my help. The king has been kidnapped. I have to help find him. Gosh, Mr. P, I'd better get going.
Take it easy, partner. Now, I wonder what it is that's bothering Mr. C. It must have something to do with Mr. K and his sound. Think I'll go find out.
And you think Kernak has hidden the key in a place that starts with the letter K, my sound, the same sound that starts kicking?
I'm sure of that, Mr. K. I had my messenger gather some things that might start with the letter K. Perhaps they will give us a clue.
Let's see what you have here. Ah, a kite. Kicking kite. Kite starts with the same sound that starts kicking. Maybe Kernak tied the key on the tail of a kite and it's flying over the Hall of Keys right now.
I had the same idea, Mr. K, but there's no wind today. Then I thought that maybe Kernak hid the key in a box of tacks.
Tacks. Kicking. Tacks. Kicking. No, it doesn't start with my sound.
That's right, Mr. K. Tax does not start with the same sound that starts kicking. Kettle starts with the same sound that starts kicking. Kettle, kicking. Oh, but Kernak surely wouldn't hide the key there.
Oh, why not?
Because that's where he keeps his kidney stew, in a kettle. He could accidentally swallow the key while eating.
Kaput. There's only one thing left to do. Go to the Hall of Keys and look for ourselves. Pick my khakis. There must be a zillion keys here. How will we ever find the right one?
That's why I sent for you, Mr. K.
You...
Look there. It's a toolkit. Just like the one... Do you suppose?
It's worth a try. Let's look.
Is it the right one? That's a magic lock. If we don't use the right key, the lock will melt solid and we'll never be able to get the king out.
It's the right one, all right. I'm sure of it.
I'll try it. And I hope you're right, darling Mr. K. Father!
King Klong!
Ah, he's out! He's out! Who let the king out? Oh, that awful kazoo music!
They found the key, Colonel.
No!
Let me go, Mr. T. I told you I'm leaving Letter People Land. As long as Mr. K is around, you don't need me.
Oh, stop being so stubborn. We need all of the letter people.
Hi, I'm back. How's everything?
Terrible, Mr. K, just terrible. Mr. Z says he's leaving Letter People Land.
You bet I am. And you should know why, Mr. K. You've taken my sound. The same sound that starts cotton candy.
Impossible. I already have my own sound. The same sound that starts kicking. Why would I want your cotton candy sound?
I don't know why, but you've got it. Listen. Cotton candy, kicking.
Cotton candy, kicking. Hey, both sounds are the same. You can't have my k sound, Mr. C.
I was here first. You took my sound. You should be the one to leave.
I'm not leaving.
Then they should take away your sound, since it's mine anyway.
You can't do that. Everyone in Letter People Land has his or her own sound. I'd have to leave.
Good.
Now, hold on. No one's leaving. You're both going to Miss I's place and talk this over. We'll get this settled once and for all.
Never a day without problems. Today it's C and K.
Who's gonna know which one of us is starting a word? Cotton candy and kicking both have a k sound. One of us has to go, and I think it should be you.
You can't tell me to leave. You're not in charge here.
Hysterical ham hocks. If you two don't stop arguing, I'm gonna start pulling my horrible hair.
But we both have the same sound. Cotton candy, k.
Kicking.
K. Since our sounds are the same, no one will be able to tell if the starting sound in words comes from my cotton candy or Mr. K's kicking.
It's most confusing. We don't know which vowel to stand next to.
How would you spell cat, Mr. H? C-A-T?
Or K-A-T. Either way, the starting sound is the same because our sounds are the same.
Now, I've been working on that. See? Cat. Cotton candy. Cat. Kicking. It's a humding of a problem, all right. Giving you two the same sound was an oversight. So let's ask the vowels for their point of view. Let them suggest what we can do. Ah, here's Miss A. Maybe she can help. How about it, Miss A? Which vowels does C and K stand next to?
The letter girls and I have been talking it over, and we've decided that Mr. C and Mr. K will have to work it out themselves. We really don't care who starts the word.
Oh, great. Just how are we supposed to do that? We can't agree on anything.
We thought of that, too. We letter girls will stand over there. Once you two have decided which vowel you want to stand next to at the start of a word, put your name in front of that letter girl.
Sounds fair to me.
But once you've decided which vowel you want to stand next to, you can't change your mind. Agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed.
All right. You two go over there and decide. To help you think, Miss I has a surprise for you.
Right you are, Miss A. Really, really big surprise on our really big stage. Direct from his latest appearance in beautiful downtown Letter People Land, here he is, and let's hear a really big round of applause for the perfectly pink strawberry ice cream soda.
That should get you started thinking. We'll be over there in the order we arrived. I'll be first, then Miss E, I, O, and you.
And I have to hustle over to the hot dog stand. See you later.
Wow, this is really a big ice cream soda, Mr. C. Good, too. Why don't we wait till it's gone before we put our names next to the letter girls?
All right, Mr. K. We won't decide till the soda is gone.
Now, which vowels would I like to stand next to?
I want to get a head start on Mr. K. Maybe I can get him to turn away. Then while he isn't looking, I'll put my name in front of Miss A. Hey, Mr. K, what's that behind you?
What? Who? Where? Huh?
Now I have my name next to Miss A. So in front of A, C must always stay. Everyone, please remember that. C makes the k sound in words such as cat.
That's not fair. We haven't finished drinking the soda yet. Well, I'll fix you. Because you wouldn't wait for me, I'll put my name next to two vowels, not one, Mr. C. No matter what you say, E and I will always be with K. Everyone now will have to agree that K has the K sound in kiss and in key.
Ooh, I'm upset as can be. You'll never get the best of me. Since you, Mr. K, did not care to share, now I, too, will be unfair. Near O and U I'll place my name, and that ends our little game.
Oh dear, I didn't get my wish. Now, isn't this a fine kettle of fish? Mr. C will make words with vowels A, O, and U, leaving me, poor K, next to only two, E and I. I think I'm going to cry.
What's wrong with those two? Still squabbling about their sounds?
Poor Mr. K is upset because Mr. C gets to stand next to three vowels, A, O, and U, while all K stands next to is E and I.
Please do something, Miss A. We can't have Mr. K sobbing all day.
Perhaps I can get them to play a little game. Mr. C, Mr. K, see if you know which one of you starts these words. Here's the first one.
Aha, that's a cap. And I start the word because I stand next to Ms. A. Cap. C-A-P.
Right you are, Mr. C, but the next one isn't so easy. It looks like a little barrel, doesn't it?
It's a keg, and I start the word with my K sound because I stand next to Ms. E. Keg. K-E-G.
You're right, too. Okay, here's number 3.
Corn on the cob. Cob. I start the word with my K sound because I stand next to Ms. O. Cob. C-O-B.
Very, very good. But watch out for this one. It's tricky.
That's a baby goat. 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 I don't hear my K sound.
Think, Mr. K. What do you call a baby goat?
A kid. A baby goat is called a kid, and I start the word because I stand in front of Ms. I. K-I-D. Kid.
Right again. Here's the last one.
Cup. C-U-P. I start the word because I stand next to Ms. U.
Sounds to me like your problems are over.
I think that's more than fair, Ms. A.
Well, I don't. Mr. K, I don't care how much you cry. I still want to stand in front of all the vowels, including E and I.
But you can't do that. We've already agreed which vowels we'll stand with.
Oh, I'm getting out of here. You take over, Mr. H.
Now what's wrong?
We've agreed that I'll make the K sound next to E and I, and Mr. C will make the K sound next to A, O, and U. But he's being greedy. He wants to stand next to all the vowels. That isn't right.
I agree. Mr. C, only Mr. K gets to make the K sound in front of E and I. Don't be so greedy.
I can't stand any more of this squabbling. I have a secret mission to attend to.
Wait a minute. Here's an idea. When I stand in front of E and I, why couldn't I borrow a sound from Mr. S? I think that's only fair since my name, C, goes with Mr. S's sound, Super Socks. C, Super Socks. How about it, Mr. S? May I borrow your sound?
Oh, all right. Anything to get going. If K can keep his sound, I will agree to let C have a sound from me. I guess C has a proper claim. My sound goes exactly with his name. C may say S before E and I. Now I really must fly. Bye-bye.
Yippee! Now I can say my K sound when I'm next to A, O, and U in words such as cat, cod, and cup. And I can make a S sound when I'm next to E and I in words such as scent, city, circle, and circus. Yay!
But I'm still the only one who can make the K sound before E and I, as in keg and kite and kettle. Phew. I'm glad all this arguing is over.
You're glad? Another day like this, and they'll be calling me brilliantly bald instead of horrible hair. Nah!
Come and meet the letter people. Come and visit the family.